There are places you stumble into once and never leave the same. Crossroads, graveyards, abandoned towns, roads that lead nowhere. But there are places older than roads, older than towns, places that wait patiently for the living to wander into them. The Library of Midnight is one of those places. It does not appear on any map. It cannot be reached by car or train, or even by intention. It appears only when the conditions are right, when midnight falls without stars, when you take a wrong turn on a road that should not exist, when you walk too far in your dreams. Some say it rises where great libraries once burned, fed by the ash of lost books. Some say it is the echo of every story never told. And some say it has always been here, waiting, older than words themselves. The building looks different to every eye. To some it is a cathedral of stone, to others a university's forgotten wing, to others a mansion with too many windows. But always the same signs reveal it. Black doors without handles, lamps that burn with cold flame, and the faint smell of dust and rot carried on still air. Step inside, and you are no longer in the world you left. The Library of Midnight is endless. Corridors stretch into darkness, lined with shelves that bend and tilt as though sagging under centuries of weight. The books are countless, their spines cracked, their bindings warped. Dust lies thick, yet the air carries the scent of iron, copper, something too sharp to be paper. The silence is complete. No scuttling mice, no fluttering moths. Only the faint creak of wood, like the sigh of something breathing. It does not take long to notice the truth. The books are not bound in cloth or leather. They are bound in skin. Some are pale and smooth, others dark and scarred. Some bear tattoos, moles, freckles. A few have faces, eyes stitched shut, mouths frozen in eternal screams. The pages within are written in ink that seeps when touched, leaving fingers stained red-brown. Some pages twitch as though alive. Some whisper, words slithering between the lines and voices you almost recognize. And then you find your name. Everyone who enters does. Sometimes quickly, sometimes after hours of searching, sometimes not until despair sets in. But always inevitably, there is a book with your name on its spine. Thick or thin, pristine or ruined. It is always there waiting. The first pages hold your past. Childhood, youth, the steps that brought you here. Written in detail you never shared, with thoughts you never voiced. Flip further, and you find the present, the words forming as you read them. Each breath you take recorded in black script. Go further still, and you find futures. Not one, but many. Some are simple. Tomorrow's breakfast, next year's love. Some are unbearable. Disease, betrayal, death. Some are impossible. Lives in places you never lived, times you never touched, faces you never wore. All written as if already true. But beware, because once you read a future, it becomes heavier in your bones. Some say reading it makes it real. Others say it was always real, and the reading only reveals the thread. Either way, it is inescapable. The Library of Midnight does not let you leave easily. The doors vanish behind you. The corridors shift when you turn. Hours pass, then days, though your stomach never growls and your throat never dries. Time is not kept here. Time is kept elsewhere, on shelves stacked higher than you can see. You may hear others in the distance, footsteps echoing, whispers carrying. Some voices call for help, some mutter nonsense, some recite passages until their throats tear. If you follow them, you rarely find their source. Sometimes you find only books lying open, pages wet, ink still fresh. Some say the librarians walk here too. Tall figures glimpsed between shelves, faces obscured, hands stained black. They move silently, placing new books on the shelves, removing others, never acknowledging the living. They say if you meet their gaze, you are catalogued immediately. Your name inked into your book's last page, your body hollowed and stretched into a new binding. And sometimes you see the truth of the shelves themselves. They are not wood. Look too closely and you notice pores, veins, hair. The shelves are made of what they hold. The library feeds. It does not simply record, it absorbs. Every word is a life, every binding a body, every whisper a thought, pulled from a skull and pressed flat. The library grows with each visitor, each victim, each reader. It will never stop, because there are always more stories, always more futures, always more flesh. There are those who claim to have escaped. Their tales are inconsistent, fragmentary. Some say they fled by refusing to read their own book, wandering until a door reappeared. Some claim they tore their page out and followed the bleeding path it left. Some say they woke in their beds, drenched in sweat, the taste of ink in their mouths. But most do not escape at all. They become part of the collection. If you walk the shelves long enough, you may find familiar names. Not just yours, but those of family, friends, strangers you once glimpsed. Some bindings are fresh, still warm. Some are centuries old, brittle, cracking. The library has always been here. It always will be. And if you are quiet enough, you can hear it turning pages. Not with hands, but with hunger. They say the library appears only at midnight, because that is when the veil is thinnest. When the world itself forgets what hour it is, when time can slip sideways into places not meant for men. And in those moments, the library yawns open, hungry for more stories, more bindings, more lives to flatten into pages. But the worst secret is this: it does not only appear when you stumble into it. Sometimes it comes to you. There are reports of people finding small shelves in their basements, corridors in their attics that should not exist. A single lamp burning in a closet, illuminating books that were not there before. Some find only a few volumes, then more, until their homes are devoured, walls stretching into stacks that never end. And once the library has a foothold, there is no leaving. Because the library does not forget. It remembers everything.